A lot of words, but I'm going to break this down real easy, okay? This is the true technique of how I teach my guys to block, okay? And it's very elementary, and I love it that way because guys are able to reiterate it. They're able to speak it back to you. And that's one thing I think as a coach that I take pride in, okay? I can know all I want to know. I can know what's going to happen. I can know everything I want to know. But where am I sitting at? On that sideline. It's those guys that's in the game that have to know exactly what to do, and I'm a big guy on speaking it back to me. So I ask a bunch of questions in my meetings. I ask a bunch of questions. If a guy does wrong on film, I'll ask him, does he know first? What did you do wrong? How can we fix it? Cool. I have nothing for you then. Good job, man. I appreciate it. You don't know? We have to fix that. That's the problem, that you don't know. Okay, so we have to get that right. So when I break this down, these techniques, okay, it's a simple thing. It's A, B, C, D. Okay, A, B, C, D. We're going to break it down, all right? So A is the approach. B is the breakdown. C is creep, and D is dominate. Okay, approach, breakdown, creep, dominate. Okay, so let's go through each one real quick, all right? The first one, we talk about approach, all right? Bunch of words. You can put it in your own way. You know, I've got my little paragraphs that I've made up, and you know, it sounds really good. Okay, it sounds really good, but there's certain ways you can put it in your own words, make it a lot simpler and things of that nature. But approach, I said, explode off the ball at the snap, drive at the cornerback, sell a go route. When the defender breaks down, sink your hips and key a 4-yard cushion. That is going to be big throughout this talk. 4-yard cushion. You'll hear me say that a lot. Okay, 4-yard cushion. DB 5 yards or less, adjust to 2-yard cushion. So that means if you get like a cloud corner, right? A corner that's within 5 yards, a cover 2 corner, to where he is threatening you right now to try to go make a play on the ball carrier. Now I want to break that cushion down to 2 yards. I got some examples to show you what I mean, okay? And then you want to be in a good football position. A good football position to me is flexion in the ankles, flexion in the knees, flexion in the hips. So now I'm sitting down, I'm ready to roll, all right? I'm ready to get this block done. I've broken down with 4 yards cushion. Same thing, that chair is the DB. I've broken down with a 4-yard cushion with my leverage. So if I want to be outside, I'm on that outside, inside foot down the crotch, nose on the shoulder. I'm in a good football position, ready to roll. So that is all about my approach, all right? I'm approaching them, coming off the ball, always showing threat of pass. That second part I just explained was really the breakdown. Okay, so the breakdown, I'm breaking down with a 4-yard cushion, and I'm in really good football position. And I always tell my guys, a big thing for me, I want hands at chest plate, elbows up by rib cage. Okay, and I'll explain that more as we go. But as I'm in a good football position, I want hands at chest plate, elbows at rib cage, and I'm always keeping my feet pumping. Okay, so breakdown, I said sink your hips and keep leverage on a defender. Understand the scheme, right? That's that leverage we talked about. Inside run or outside run. 4-yard cushion, okay? On a soft corner, 2-yard cushion on a DB that's less than 5 yards, okay? You have to always be alert for the knife technique, and that's why I always say nose up and keep that inside leg down the crotch or the outside leg down the crotch. Just in case he tries to knife you, you're always ready to roll forward, okay? Breakdown position is something I work. I don't have my drill on there today, but breakdown position, I'll literally set up some bags coming right across the field, and I'll have a guy in breakdown position and just come across the bags and punch. Come across, punch, and he's literally just working, being in the breakdown, staying in a good football position. Okay, talking about creep now. So I've came off the ball. I've had a great approach. I came off the ball. I showed him a threat of pass, okay? When he gets soft or he starts to break down and see what's going on in the backfield, if he's got eyes in the backfield, I'm going to break down. I'm going to keep a 4-yard cushion. Okay, remember I say that a lot because we're in a lot of grass. We're in a lot of grass. We're on an island. And so, if I step right up on a guy, I have no chance to go sideways, right? I can't go left and right because now that guy goes around me. It's tough for me to stay on him, right? I keep a 4-yard cushion. No matter where he steps, if he steps right or left, I'm able to stay in front of him and make sure now that I have time and space to make up for him stepping left or right, okay? So now we talk about creep. Break down with your good football position and work under control at the defender with your leverage, all right? And run support. Stay under control and work to keep leverage inside, outside, punch and recoil through the numbers. Okay, so what does that mean? I've approached, I've broke down, I got my outside leverage on this guy, I'm keeping my feet pumping, hands up, elbows at rib cage, and now I'm just creeping towards him, understanding that there's a time clock, right? There's a time clock of when that ball is gonna come get behind me. We're receivers, we're out on the perimeter. That ball has to be handed off, ran all the way outside of me, or a quarterback has to fake, pull it, then run all the way outside of me. So there's a timing clock that you gotta have in your head. That's why the cushion is so important, and the cushion is also important so I can move left to right. So I keep my cushion, but now as that guy moves, he's gonna notice what's going on. As he moves, I move with him and I creep towards him to meet the contact, okay? You never wanna be that guy that sits back, feet dead, standing high and things of that nature, hands down. Next thing you know, that guy comes running downhill on you and now you're going backwards. Okay, another thing, if I got my hands down, I can be in great football position, but if my hands are down, usually that DB is gonna get hands on you first, and now you're being reactionary. Or hands down, now when I do shoot my hands, they come outside. What is that called for on the perimeter? 90% of the time, a flag. You're coming for holding, okay? I'm telling you, a lot of the times, hands down, you see those things come up. So that same drill that I was just talking about with the punches, I make sure as those guys come through those bags, those hands will be at those chest plates. Hands at chest plates, elbows at rib cage the entire time, and they're just shooting and punching, shooting and punching. May feel like an old lineman, but that's how you should feel at the top of it, okay? So I'm creeping towards, working on that timing, making sure that I'm hitting the bag, I'm meeting the contact. Okay, dominate. Dominate. This is where your desire come into play. All right, this is where your desire come into play. It's do you want to get the job done, basically. It's how I explain it. Like I said, a nice paragraph, all these nice words, but at the end of the day, it's about your desire, your want to, and you going to get the job done. If you got a great approach, a great breakdown, a great creep, you've just put yourself in a great position